Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. How are you guys today? Thanks for watching me. As you guys know, I'm new to YouTube and I am using the Artistically Inked Bundle this week. This is my project from my Saturday Live. I do Saturday Lives on my Facebook business page every Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you'd like to watch it live, you can do so there, comment, ask questions. You can also comment, share, subscribe, and like here in YouTube. I am brand new, like I said, and I'm building my channel, so I appreciate all your help. Ask your friends to subscribe too. When you subscribe, you'll be getting notifications when I post new videos. I appreciate you helping me out. So we are going to be using the Artistically Inked Bundle, which you're seeing here. This is actually part of the suite. It's the ephemera pack. It's the Expressions in Ink ephemera pack. We're going to be using these on the card. This is the card that we're going to be making today, and it's quite pretty. Let me hold it up a little bit to the camera so you can see it a little closer. It's a really beautiful card. We're using some of the designer series paper, which is also included in the suite. You get these two items here. You get this ephemera pack and you get this DSP, which is really beautiful. It's foiled and really pretty. I showcase this set for the whole week on my blog, so you can head over there, check out my blog. The link will be in the description below. And when you go there, you can access PDFs, measurements, and more fun projects with this stamp set. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to be stamping, like I said, this beautiful card today. I'm going to put that off to the side here. And the first thing we are going to do is grab our pieces. We have a piece of basic white cardstock. It's been cut down the short end, down this long length. So it's 4 1/4 by 11 inches. And we're going to go ahead and fold that in half. It's going to be the core of our card. So let's go ahead and grab the ends, use our bone folder here, and press our card closed. It's now going to have a piece on top that is a Poppy Parade. It's one of our ink colors. It's in the Bright collection. This is what it looks like. And this is the matching paper. We're going to be using the ink also. That's what I used to create these cards. And we're also going to be using some Flirty Flamingo today. So these are going to be our two colors. So we're going to go ahead and attach this. And I like to use an adhesive called Seal. And we have two different seals. We have a Seal Plus and a Seal. And this is all we need today to attach this piece onto our basic white. The reason that we're doing this is this Poppy Parade is quite a bright color, and the inside of the card will be easier to write on if you have a white core. So we're going ahead and attaching this on here, and we're going to give our card a white core, just like that. Awesome. So there's that piece. As you can see on our sample card here, we have another layer, and it is with a piece of that beautiful paper. Our paper is double-sided. One side of the Specialty Designer Series paper is foiled and the other side is not. So this is going to get anchored on here. As you can see, I have a background. It's black. I have also used a black die cut from this die set. So I have cut this die right here out of my emboss machine with this die out of our basic black cardstock. And since I had to cut this die out, here it is, really pretty, isn't it? I went ahead and cut it out of a piece that was big enough to mat this background. And since only a very small edge of black is showing all the way around, I can die cut behind it like this. This is what came out of here. And when you pull the piece out, you have this left. Well, this can become your mat like this. And as you can see, no one can tell that you die cut out behind it. So I'm going to go ahead and put adhesive on the back. Hopefully I have enough to go around and I don't have to refill it right in the middle of my YouTube, but you know, that's probably the chance I'm going to take. Hopefully it's enough to make it. All right, so there is that, and we're going to go ahead and attach it onto this piece that I used to die cut. And like I said, it's a great way to use the back that no one's going to see, and no one is going to know that behind this lovely piece of foil is this open wound. So let's go ahead and attach that onto our card as well. And like I said, I hope I have enough adhesive. I'm getting really close to the edge. Am I done? I might be done, guys. Let me see. No, I have a little more. And I just need a little bit on this side and a little bit on this side. And hopefully I will not run out on air. Okay. Let's go ahead and attach this piece here to the top. Just like this, leaving a border all the way around of that Poppy Parade popping out behind there. Okay, so there is the core of our card. We are going to stamp the word thanks in this corner. So let's just go ahead and do that and get that part out of the way. We're going to ink that up. That's what it looks like. Come right here. I'm going to actually bring it down a little bit so I can see what I'm doing. And line that up. And there's our thanks. We can close that for right now. We're going to clean this on our chamois. Get that ink off of our stamp. All right. So now we have to create this beautiful floral area. This, as you can see, is our background, and we're going to attach this onto our card. We want to make sure that these pieces don't stick out beyond the card so that it will fit in an envelope. And I'm just going to adhere this down with a little bit of this adhesive back here behind it, like so. And then I'm going to kind of move this around, trying to make sure that it fits, make sure it's not past the edge. I do like these pieces to stick up, so I only put a little bit of adhesive back here. I'm going to put a little bit more back here behind this part of the flower. There we go. But the edges, I'm happy with them sticking up because they're going to be covered by this flower. That's going to help hold it down. All these holes in here are going to have adhesive pushing down on here, and it'll hold it in place. So this is our core of our card here. So what we're going to do next is stamp all of our flower pieces. So I'm going to move this to the side, and I'm going to move this to the side so that you can see me stamping. We're going to start with our Flirty Flamingo. We're going to start with our large flower here. I'm going to ink it up. I'm going to put it in this bottom corner. And this is just a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. So let's go ahead and put that guy down. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty color. We are also going to do 2 Flirty Flamingo roses. So they look like roses, that's what I call them, but we're going to put one here and one next to it, right there. And then we're going to have a smaller one in the same color. I'm going to put it right there in that corner. And that's it for Flirty Flamingo for right now. We're going to go ahead and clean these. And then I will be using this stamp as well on this other side here. All right. So there's those. We don't need the baby. We need that one. And we're going to use this smaller stamp with these 3 flowers in it. So here is, we're swapping out Flirty Flamingo for Poppy Parade. So now we're going to do 2 flowers in Poppy Parade. We're going to put one over here, like that, and one over here, like that. And then in this spot here, we're going to do 2 sets of these, which are these pretty little trio flowers. We're going to put one there and one here, just like that. That's all the stamping we're gonna do. But oh, I don't know why I'm putting that away. I need that, but we're not gonna stamp with it. We're actually gonna use a blending brush. So let me clean this and this, like so. All right, let's move these out of the way. Now Stampin' Up has blending brushes. They're large, but before Stampin' Up carried them, I had some blending brushes that I had bought, and I only was able to get a few from Stampin' Up before they sold out. They're now back in stock, and I just placed an order for some more, but I don't have them yet. So I have them kind of designated by color family. These are what the Stampin' Up ones look like. This one has like a green, light bluish aqua green tones to it, so I'm keeping it for this color. But I'm using my old one, and as you can see, my old ones were way smaller. The handle was not as large, and these are not as easy to use as these. So I'm really glad that Stampin' Up came out with these so that I could buy these, because I was only able to find this size when I bought them previously, and it's not as easy to ink with these. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this one because it's already designated for reds and oranges. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one until my new ones come in and I can start converting them into the other colors. So we're gonna sponge in the center of this Flirty Flamingo Rosebud. We're gonna give it a little red there of this Poppy Parade red. And then we're going to also do the center of this small piece here. And then we're also going to do the center of the large flower, like that. And then one of these, Poppy Parade, we'll do this one. This one's going to go on the inside. And so we want to just brighten it up a little bit, make it a little darker. And I'm going to add a little bit more right here, just like that. So those are the pieces, and now they're going to get die cut out. Like magic, there's the die cuts. And there's are my pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and move this piece out of your way. So just like that, those have been die cut. And we're gonna start creating our cards. So we're gonna bring this back in. We're gonna start with our large ones. Let's put all of our pieces over here so we know what we're using them for. Our small ones, and then our little flowers. We're going to use a lot of dimensionals. So we'll start with this one. I'm going to place this card here so you can see it. Move these guys down a little, move you over in the camera. All right, so this is what we're creating right here. So we're going to start here in this piece. And we're going to attach our large flower. We're going to place it in here how we think it looks best. So probably like this will be good. I'm going to cover a little bit of this, a little bit of this, and we're going to go ahead and put dimension on it. So we're going to start here. We're going to put in these pieces that kind of jut out. We're going to put some flower, and I'm going to put one in the center. So that looks good. Now we're going to use that ephemera pack. We're going to be using some sequins from it. So I'll pull those out. We'll use those in a minute. And we're also going to be using some of these pieces. When you buy the ephemera pack, the pieces are duplicated. So you're going to have the sheet duplicated multiple times. So I'm just going to come back here, and I'm going to go to another sheet that I haven't used. I'm going to flip this over, and as you can see, one side is gold and one side is white. So you can sponge them colors if you want on the white side with the blending brushes, or you can just use them gold. And today I'm going to use them gold because I have that gold paper, and so I want to tie that in. So I'm going to use this gold one right here. I'm going to use this gold one right here, and I'm going to use this one right here. Okay, so those are those pieces. I'm going to go ahead and lay this back, And then I'll flip this back over and put these guys away and out of the way so they don't get lost, messed up, broken. Place them right in here so they can stay nice for me. All right, so I've put my pieces on here, but I want to stick, as you can see, there's 2 sprigs that are sticking out behind this flower. So we're going to start with this single one here. We're going to use a mini dimensional and we're going to attach it onto this piece right here, like so. And then I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, which I use all the time for dimensionals and any kind of embellishments, and I'm going to pull this backing off right there, okay? Just put that temporarily there for a minute, and we're going to figure out where I want it to stick out. I think I want it to stick out around here like that, so that's where it's going to get stuck right there. So let's flip this over and pull the backs off of these. All right, and let me grab that little one I left before and throw those in the trash so they don't end up all over my floor. We're gonna go ahead and attach this on like so. I like where that's sticking out. It looks pretty awesome. We're gonna push this up a little bit like so and press that piece down in the middle. Okay, so I have another one of these sticking out right here. I'm gonna put that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and lay these 3 pieces in one at a time. So we're gonna start with this one because it's the one farthest down, and it is the one that is stamped in the Poppy Parade. This is the, not the Poppy Parade. This one's stamped in the, oh, actually this one is the Poppy Parade. Sorry guys. So this one's gonna get attached right here on the side. So we're gonna go ahead and grab it and put our dimensionals on the back. I'm going to put one here and one here and one here. So we need 3 of those. Let's go ahead and remove the backs. And we'll go ahead and figure out how we want to place this. We're going to put it right over here around this rose area. And that looks pretty good to me. We're going to press that down. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and attach this piece while we're just having those 2 roses, because we're going to tuck this one behind that piece. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the backing off, and then I'll get rid of these backings. Into the trash they go. And then we're going to place this. We're going to lift these up and find a really good spot to tuck it in. I didn't want to do it at first because I wasn't sure where my dimensionals were going, but that looks pretty good to me. And there we have that gold in that corner, just like that. That's tucked in. All right, let's work on these 2 flowers here. So we have our first flower that has our pretty coloring on it. We're gonna grab this one. We'll put that one right here. So let's put some dimensionals. Now, we're gonna use the large one, and since it's laying flat on this one and it's already raised up, we only need dimensionals on this side. And because if I put a dimensional here, then this is gonna be lifted and it's gonna tilt it. So it's even now with the dimensionals on this side and here. So I'm just going to use a little bit of our wet glue. We have a glue called a multi-purpose glue by Tombow, and I'm going to put that on this end so that it will stick to that flower. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, pull these 2 backs off, and hold my flower here, place it up, and go ahead and attach that down, and that's going to glue to this, and the dimensionals are going to give it the lift that it needs on this side. All right, on to the next piece comes this flower here. So this flower is also going to get a piece attached, but it's going to be laying on these 2 flowers on this side, so we only need dimensionals on the 2 sides right here. So let's go ahead and attach those on like so. Pull the backs off. Let me throw those in the trash. Get our wet glue and put it on the top. Flip this one over and lay it about there. I want want some of that rose showing on both of them. Perfect. So now they're sticking up here, they're flat here because it gives it that same lift. Okay, so now comes our next piece. Our next piece is going to be this small piece that's on top, and I'm just going to put one dimensional on the back, pull the back off of it, and I'm going to stick this down right there. Perfect. Let's put this gold piece in next, where we'll use a mini dimensional, and we're going to tuck that in behind those pieces. So let's stick that on there, pull the backing off, and let me get rid of both of those. And let's go ahead and stick that in. We're going to turn my card so that I can see, and I'm going to tuck it behind both of these flowers. So I'm just going to lift up a little bit and make sure that it's tucked. You don't see the dimensional. I really like that going down like that. I want to move it over a little so that I can see this leaf right here. I'm going to make sure I can pull that out. There we go. I want that leaf to show. So we're going to move that and then go ahead and stick that one down. So now we just have to put our small flowers. This flower is for the inside. I'll show you that in a minute. So let's go ahead and attach our small flowers. Let me flip all of them over and put mini dimensionals on the backs of all of those, and then we will place those. All right, whoops. 1, 2. These little ones like to stick to me. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, the backs of these come off way easier than the big ones, but let's go ahead and start collecting them. And pull all of them off so we're ready to go. This one wants to stay stuck to my finger, so I'm just going to leave it there. We'll do it first since it wants to be a star of the show here. I'm going to stick it to the top of me so I don't lose it. This one's also sticking to me. Let's leave it there. Pull all the backs off. Oh my goodness. I'm having a finger flower. Okay, there's all my backs. All right. So let me throw those in the trash. All right, let's start. We're gonna do this little cluster right here. It's 2 flowers, so we'll get rid of 2 of these guys, right? We're gonna do the big one. Actually, it's not one that's attached, so we'll do the big one here. And behind it is the small one. We'll just tuck it right under there like so. So there's that one. We have a medium one, which is stuck to my finger right here. Now I have all the flowers stuck to me. And we'll place this one up here in this corner. That looks good. We're gonna do this little cluster down here. And so we have the large one. And I'm gonna tuck that under. And then we're gonna place the medium one right here. And then the baby goes on top of the 2 of them, like so. All right, this is gonna go on the inside. Let's just put our really pretty sequence on top, and then we'll work on the inside of our card. So here are these. We're gonna grab 1 and 2, like so. And then we're gonna put 1 on this one. Whoops. It's flying away from me. Come back, little sequence. All right, there we go. So that's the front of our card. Isn't that pretty? Now we're gonna do the inside. Let me put these away and get them out of the way. One less thing to do, right? All right, so on the inside of our card, I'll show you what I did here. I have this little piece in here just to tie in the front with the insides. So I'm gonna lay that open so you guys can see it, and put this here so it doesn't pop up. We're gonna grab, this is gonna be the flower that I die cut out, but we need to do the layering behind it. So I'm gonna grab my Poppy Parade, and I am going to grab my brush here again. And I'm just gonna go in a circular motion, pressing down, and just make a little halo of that color in the corner. That's it for that one. Put it out of the way. We're going to grab a stamp that is this little speckle dot. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little scrap paper behind it just in case I stamp off a little bit. I don't want to get it off the page here. So there's that one. We'll put one here in this corner. All right, and let's go ahead and attach our flower. Let's cover this. And get my cleaner so I don't stick these dots onto my hand by accident. All right. And we're gonna use this glue on the back. And go ahead and attach that. Place it wherever we want it, there, wherever we think it looks good, and press that down. And then there's the inside of your card. It reflects some of the outside of your card. And there we go. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this project. Once again, I thank you for watching, and I am new to YouTube, so please help me out. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ask your friends to subscribe too. When you subscribe, you're going to get notifications of when new videos post. And also check out my blog. The link is in the description below. You can go there to access PDFs, measurements, and more fun projects. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. This is my blog address. I'm putting this in July of 2021, and we have this host code. So if you order anything, I would appreciate it. Use that host code. That really helps me out. And happy stamping, guys. Bye.